It was here at Gardner Airport where dozens of stranded people were rescued by Rocky Mountain Roaders during last summer's devastating floods. An unforgettable experience after dozens of vacations took a turn no one expected. A big helicopter and a big sight for sore eyes.
And that was pretty crazy, you know.
Denver resident Jacob Showers was among the almost 90 people who became stranded either in or near Yellowstone National Park last June. He and his then-girlfriend were on the beaten path, which connects East Rosebud to Cook City, when raging rivers began spilling their banks.
We stayed the night in East Rosebud. We woke up the next morning to trail run. We finished trail running, and then we tried to leave, and we couldn't.
Jacob says the East Rosebud River had grown to 10 to 20 times its normal size.
It wasn't that like water was over the road. It was that there was no road at all anymore, like in 3 different areas.
This meant Jacob and at least 60 others were stranded at the lake, not knowing how or when they'd be able to leave, with little connection to the outside world.
For the next 3 days, we basically like cut firewood and rationed food and like did inventory of everything and like took out stuff from like the freezers and the fridges so that it didn't go bad.
On day 3, they heard the sweet sounds of helicopter blades. The Montana National Guard had come to the rescue with Blackhawks and even a Chinook.
Out of nowhere, we were like, oh my gosh, we're leaving. So we had to like grab all our stuff really fast. And it was like, oh my gosh, my car is like gonna stay here, you know?
Jacob's Tesla sat for 6 weeks until finally he and others in the same predicament came up with $60,000 to have their vehicles flown back to civilization.
I got a call and they pieced it together where basically this like private pilot, I think, just got all of our cars out at once. And so let's say it took the cost of 60 grand divided by like 22.
Meantime, 150 miles to the west in Gardner,
the amount of shoreline that the river was taking out was pretty incredible.
Belgrade pilot Mark Taylor was on the other side of a similar situation.
There was some panic. There was some panic from people over there.
The Yellowstone River had washed away all roads leading out of Gardner, leaving tourists stranded in the town. Mark and his team at Rocky Mountain Roaders spent the next several days flying one person after another, around 40 people total, to safety. Among them, a pregnant woman and several senior citizens.
As soon as people were in there and we lifted off, you would think that we were leaving some type of a war zone or something with them because they were so excited to be moving. Nobody went in the water that I know of that got hurt during that. It's pretty amazing.
While the floods are now a distant memory for many, it's an experience neither Jacob Showers nor Mark Taylor will forget. And Showers is already planning to return to pick up where he left off after his vacation was cut unexpectedly short.
As soon as there's a road built to East Rosebud, I will be back for sure.
In Gardner, Alina Howder, MTN News.